Hi everyone, this is the final episode of One Extra Step, and today it's just me. I want to leave you with something practical, real evidence-based resources that could help you move from understanding to recovery. Resources matter because emetophobia is treatable. I know it could feel permanent, it could feel wired into your nervous system. It could feel like it controls where you go, what you eat, who you sit next to, how far you travel. But here's the truth. Emetophobia is learned, and what is learned can be unlearned. Recovery doesn't happen by ignoring it. It doesn't happen by avoiding your way through life. It happens with the right tools. And most importantly, you deserve real help. Let's start with some books that explain and treat emetophobia. These next 3 following slides do exactly that. Most of them are grounded in CBT, or cognitive behavioral therapy, which is the gold standard treatment for phobias. CBT helps you understand the thought patterns, behaviors, and avoidance cycles that keep the fear alive. One of the most comprehensive clinical books available right now is Emetophobia, Understanding and Treating Fear of Vomiting by Anna Christie and David Russ. It explains how emetophobia develops, why hypervigilance and checking behaviors strengthen it, and how CBT and exposure therapy help retrain the brain. This next book is called Free Yourself from Emetophobia by Alexander Keys and David Veal. This one is structured like a step-by-step CBT guide. It's practical, it's structured, and it's designed for people who want to actively work through their fear. There's also the Emetophobia Manual by Ken Goodman. This book focuses heavily on exposure therapy and reclaiming your life from avoidance. It means gradually, safely, and intentionally facing the things you avoid and teaching yourself that was uncomfortable, but I survived and I could do it again. Next, this one is from a personal perspective. It's for parents or for anyone who wants to understand how intense this phobia can become. It's called When a Child's Anxiety Takes Over by Micheline Cacciatore, and it shares a deeply personal account of supporting a child with severe emetophobia. Sometimes reading someone else's journey reminds you that you are not dramatic, not weak, and not alone. If you prefer hands-on resources, there's Scared to be Sick by Sally Watkins, The Emetophobia Supplement by Carolyn McCarthy and David Russ, and Gag Reflections by Dennis Lovitz and Deborah Yusko. These are more interactive. They help you track patterns, identify safety behaviors, build exposure hierarchies. If therapy isn't accessible right now, these can be powerful stepping stones. Early intervention matters. The longer avoidance patterns exist, the more automatic they become. Books like Facing Mighty Fears About Throwing Up by Dawn Hubner, Emetophobia, The Ultimate Kid's Guide by David Russ, and Tummy Troubles by Jamie Roche are written in a language kids can understand. Another resource is the Emetophobia Help podcast by Anna Christie on Spotify. If you've made it this far in my podcast, you might enjoy listening to hers too. It's longer, therapist-informed, and educational. It also includes guest speakers in which they talk about their experiences with emetophobia too. Lastly, here's an online resource. Be a Journey builds a personalized step-by-step journey based on your unique needs. You could take an emetophobia quiz to see how bad it is for you, and then work towards a recovery plan. It gives you small steps to take every day and tracks your progress, and by the end of it, you'll surely feel so much better. If you've listened to this podcast, whether you struggle with emetophobia, love someone who does, or just wanted to understand it better, thank you. Talking about this wasn't always easy. But if one person feels less alone, if even one person decides to try exposure, and if even one person takes one small, brave step, then this was worth it. Recovery will never mean you'll suddenly love throwing up, but it means it won't control your life anymore. And always remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is still a step forward. And one extra step can change everything.